So Scooterflow was released in November of 2021 and has come a long way since then, with various updates which has fixed minor bugs, improved on previous aspects of the game, or added new features that enhance gameplay. But something Scooterflow is doing that other game developers are failing to capitalize on is listening to the people that play their game. This is often shown in their Discord and Instagram when they ask players for feedback and for their opinions on what they want adding to the game in the future. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a few things that I would love to see added to the game. So these things would either make the gameplay more enjoyable or just things that I would love for them to add personally. Now, I'm not going to be covering things that have been countlessly addressed in their Instagram post or their Discord channels. And these topics are as followed, but not limited to adding new tricks, adding new maps, player customization, will this come to console, and multiplayer, and many other things that fall under that category. I highly encourage you guys to leave comments down below, let me know what you want added to the game and whether you agree with what I said or not. Remember, this is the go-to place for all Scooterflow content, so make sure you are subscribed, and whilst you're down there, leave a like on the video. And without further ado, let's get into the first one. As someone who's recently started riding scooter in real life, one of the things I've struggled with is actually trying to figure out what the name of the trick is I'm doing. I can do the trick, but I can't necessarily name it. And yes, this is a personal issue that could be addressed if I spend a little bit of time just doing research, but I ain't doing that. So my solution to this could be very easily added to Scooterflow, and that is a trick name display. This can be seen in games like the early days of BMX Streets, Skater XL, and even the Skate series. Having this added to the game would help novices like myself learn the names of tricks and improve the experience they have when playing. This is a feature that not every player will need or want, so having it as a toggle feature would be a great route to go about if they were to add this into the game. So I can imagine adding this next feature is definitely something the Scooterflow team have considered, but regardless, I'm going to be addressing it in this video. And it is definitely one of those things that is a must-have when playing games like this, and this would be a regular challenge feature. So by having a regular challenge feature instead of just challenges implemented into the game would give players a reason to come back regularly and play the game. Games that come to mind when thinking of a feature like this would be Riders Republic. They offer weekly challenges where the player is required to partake in a handful of challenges, and upon completion will receive an item of clothing or a vehicle that would be exclusively obtainable through these challenges. Now, a cool challenge I thought of would be to rack up a certain amount of points doing various tricks in a given time period. I don't know, maybe by earning like 20,000 points in 3 minutes or something could unlock an exclusive grip tape that proves that you've done this challenge and therefore have earned this exclusive bit of gear for Scooterflow. Now, I remember when Mash was trying to get Pipe onto console, one of the issues he had was Xbox required him to have some kind of achievement feature. So this achievement would be go into the training ground and kind of complete this tutorial and beat this challenge in this set amount of time. It was a very easy challenge to do, but it just gave players a reason to kind of practice or train or something like that. So by adding this feature, it would not only take a box, but provide the players with regular challenges, which in result increases their playtime as well. Now, I know this next one is going to be added, and I just want to kind of emphasize the need for it, the must have. The reason we need this is so important, and it is something as simple as walking. Now, you're going to be thinking, what does he mean, walking? Well, as you've noticed, anyone that's played Scooterflow notices that you cannot get off the scooter. You're kind of glued to it. Like in the original Skate game, you couldn't get off the board. You were kind of limited to the movement. You could only do things on the board. And now I played certain maps where I have to get to a certain area which is unobtainable because I can't get off the scooter. So it doesn't have to be amazing, it just has to be a feature where the player can get off the scooter, can walk up some steps, can jump maybe so we can get up a ledge, and then we can set a marker there so we can ride a certain area. I know, like I said, this is going to be added, but I'm just emphasizing the need and the want for it. So this would tackle a lot of the issues that people are having when it comes to obstacles, but it would also add to the realism that Scooterflow is trying to achieve. Now, this next one may be a bit controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway. It may be obsolete, but fuck it, my video, I do what I want. I would love to see a way to add music streaming services into the game. In theory, yes, you could just turn on music in the background on your computer, but I think by adding a kind of radio feature, it would help just kill the silence. And personally, I ride better in real life and in the game when I have good music and good vibes around me. So this really, again, would add to that realism we're looking for. An alternative method to kind of avoid those copyright issues and all that is for the game developers to commission small artists that will produce Scooterflow's own music for the game. It would help get small artists music out there. It would help kill the silence. Yes, we do have bird chirping, we have wheels rolling, we have metal fences chinking and grind noises, but it's not the same in that sense. I know this is kind of a personal want for this list, but at the same time, I think it would be really cool to see Scooterflow support music developers as well as benefiting the players in the game. This is going to be something similar to the trick name display. Not everyone's going to want it or need it, so you should be able to toggle it off in the settings, but I think it would be a really cool feature. What do you guys think? Skater XL has been the game that has addressed my next feature feature best, and this is a way to play maps easier. Yes, adding maps into Scooterflow and playing them is dead easy and takes less than a minute. SkaterXL has a built-in structure that allows you to download maps from a site called mod.io through the game once they have been uploaded. Once you have downloaded the map, you can access the maps the same way you can access the base game maps. I'm not lazy per se, but having to type mod map every time I want to play mod maps is a little tedious, and this also prevents you from playing the base game maps without closing down your game again. In all honesty, this is a must-have feature, and I think it would be quite easy to implement, but what do I know? I'm not a game developer. Now, I know this next feature has been so heavily demanded, but I can't imagine that it's too high on the team's priority list at the minute. But having a replay editor would be amazing. It allows players to capture sick clips that they get when playing the game and share them on social media. This would then raise awareness of the game and increase the amount of people who play the game, allowing the developers to incorporate more features into the game in the future. Now, this next bit is a little nitpicky, and it's probably just me being purely lazy, but if the developers want to go one step further and appeal to the content creator side of the community, then a feature that they could add within the replay editor would be an aspect ratio changer. So currently we're playing in 16:9, at least I am anyway. So if they have a way that you can change a clip to 19:6, so that way it's ready for Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, then that wouldn't require extra editing and would encourage people to post clips more often. It sounds unnecessary, but if they do add it, then you have me to thank. Well, those are some of the features I would like to see added in Scooterflow in the future. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down in the comments, as well as the things that you would like to see added in the future in Scooterflow. And who knows, Scooterflow may listen to you and get some cool things added into the game. And personally, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you. Over the past 8 months since this game's come out, we have grown massively on the channel. We've grown nearly 1,000 subscribers. We've accumulated over 60,000 views on the channel just from Scooterflow content alone. And you guys have been so welcoming. I've met so many of you that are just so nice and supportive, and it means a lot to me. So thank you so much for being supportive and watching this video. By the way, the video below me is a video that YouTube knows you'll love, so make sure to check that video out if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. By the way, it's going to be a banger. Peace.